It's a job. It's a job that I'm learning that you think, oh, child, if I could get them to be 18, honey, when they turn 18, that's it. I done done my job. That is not true. That is not the truth. It's almost like you got to become triple mother. Because now I got to remind you what I told you when you was 10, and then got to help you know what to do at 20. So, thank you, Sister Monica, for having my back. So, being a mother is a job, but it's one that is priceless. It is one that you cannot explain. It is one that should never be taken lightly. And it is one that is an honor, as I said, as the Lord said, children are an inheritance of Him. So when your womb have been blessed to carry life, it is unlike any experience in the world. There is no experience in the world to compare to carrying life in your belly. There is no experience. There's no roller coaster. There's no drug. There is nothing. And it's interesting because of life and because of sin, not God, because of sin, it is changing the tone of family. It's changing the tone of motherhood. It's changing the tone of the purpose of being pregnant. The tone is changing because of sin. So either you have bitter people that have become pregnant by accident, so they don't relish the joy of it, or you have people that choose to take all kind of alternatives to never get pregnant. Y'all not gonna let me talk about motherhood, so all of these things are distorting and confusing the purpose of God creating a woman and creating her womb, and to bring forth that a man, a young man, the Bible talks about, and I don't have time today, but the Bible said, man, find the wife of your youth. So let me just do what I feel like doing today, because we're not going to be very long. You want to find the wife. It's a journey. That whole quote, that's a lie from the pit of hell, that if God be God, why? That's what grace is for. Grace says, I know you didn't mean to do it, but I got your back. You're going to come out all right. It says, I look beyond all the reasons why, and I understand what you need. And so the grace and the love of Jesus Christ bear with us in our faults. It bears with us as we're still trying to find our way. And grace covers us until we come into the truth. The Bible said mercy will lead you to truth. When you're trying to find the right way, hear me, when you're trying to find the right way, mercy will lead you to truth. You can't want what's right and God let you keep going wrong. It's not going to happen. He's not that kind of God. But when you want right, God will open up the door, set up circumstances, allow you to be at the right place at the right time, meet the right person. The appropriate person will speak into your life because He knows right is what you really wanted. This is what life is about. It's supposed to be. Find the wife of your youth. I don't know how so many young men are not married, and I don't know how you're taking care of yourself, if I could be really clear and adamant about it. I don't know how you're doing that, because the Bible calls the young men because they're strong. Your genes are at the peak in your youth. You're supposed to have a wife that will love that, nurture that. I just need somebody to talk back to me and not... So you find the wife of your youth. You don't have to whore around. Available to him too easily. He ain't got to marry. Now, y'all please, y'all wait. The entire quote back in the day was very commonly known as playing hard to get. That still works. Playing hard to get still works. Some of the I can't get no emails from the youth because they don't know that law. It was a law. It was a law. If the folk that remember that law stand up, there was a law, an unspoken law that said play hard to get. See, look at how old we all are. Yeah, it's a law. It was a law. It was called play hard to get, meaning you was going to chase us. We wasn't giving it up that quick. You wasn't just going to get our number that quick. We ain't going out with you. You had to prove we were worth your time, because we knew that night you was trying to get my number, her number, their number, so we weren't going to be a part of that bunch. Y'all better talk back to me. So we made you work at it. That's why you married us. So anyway, Because the pride of that man said, I worked too hard to get this. So I ain't going to just let this go. That's the pride of the man. It's called the chase. All of those things are still true. These are things that build families. It built families. And then now when you all came together in families and marriages, when you came together, there was a lot of substance behind it. There was a lot of substance behind it because we know what it took for us to get together. And we're not that easy to try to break that apart. And then you happily, so beautifully conceive a child. A child should, please let me try to work this, and I'm just all off course right now. A child, the way that God intended it to be, a child is supposed to be conceived in love. Children are supposed to be conceived through the expression of a man and a woman that found each other. And the love they have for each other, the expression of that comes a baby. And that's why the joy, son, hold it, I got my own message. That's why the joy of that baby was a glistering in both of their eyes. The mother and the father. That's where the father runs out of the living room. It's a boy! Because he's just as happy. Look brought into this world. And when it's conceived in love, there becomes a mutual protection over that child. There are multiple discussions over the future of that child because we want nothing to damage what was created in love. That's the will of God. And then it gets duplicated. So then that child that is raised